I am in New Jersey, which is also referred to as Little India, Mini India, because of the fact that there is a very large concentration of Indian Americans here, expected to be about 3, maybe 4 lakh Indian Americans here. And I am here at the Swaminarayan Temple in New Jersey in all its majestic beauty, lit up for the 5-day Diwali celebration, and in conversation with Indian Americans who are out here to celebrate with their community. Thank you so much, all of you, for speaking to NDTV, and happy Diwali to all of you and your families. Let me start by asking you, in fact, this is your first Diwali in the US. You've recently come from India. How does it feel like to celebrate Diwali here?
Oh, it's great. I'm originally from Mumbai. I'm here for a short stint. Luckily, Diwali is the time that I was able to come. But, Diwali is a celebration with family and celebrating our such a glorious past and heritage and our scriptures. Here, I don't feel like I miss family. This is a different kind of family with one common goal of spirituality. And that is that, common thread that we all have. The lights, the celebration. We're missing the fireworks a little bit, but we've got Glow Garden Diwali that we're celebrating.
I am told that fireworks are also going to happen soon. So at least that's, there is, in India, there are different concerns and there are, all sorts of considerations, but some of those are not here. So and also, what about, one is the festive spirit, which I see here, and the second is the entire, the puja, the ceremony, all of it. And what I get the sense here is that all of that is also happening in all its, the full spirit.
Oh, of course. Swaminarayan is a part of Hindu Ekantik Dharma, so we follow all the values, the scriptures, the learnings, the teachings from thousands of years. And we keep that at the center of all our puja, prayers, and our daily lives. So it's very much part of us, and we are part of it.
Ma'am, you are very beautifully dressed for Diwali. The one thing I got a sense of, and I was speaking to a lot of people here, is that this is a festival that binds Indian Americans like nothing else does.
Absolutely. I mean, growing up, I was born and raised in the US, and so being away from India, you would think celebrations are a little different, but my parents have from the beginning instilled the importance of celebrating each day of Diwali, whether it's making the food that we should have traditionally or doing the pujans such as Dhanteras. We've always taken part in every aspect of Diwali, even the Diwali gifts.
Oh, of course. And what about, the rangolis, the sweets being made? Is that all those traditions being kept alive?
Absolutely. Not only do we make it at home, but we also do the same at Mandir to prepare for the large Ankut that we have on the New Year's Day as well, too. So doing the decorations both at home and at Mandir, making the sweets, the full Ankut, the mountain of food, is such a big part of celebrating.
Oh, indeed. Annakut is a very integral part of Diwali celebration. And, let me also ask all of you, we speak at a time when there is a lot of conversation around Indian Americans in the larger political calculus of America. How do you see that, Indian Americans finally getting their fair share in terms of the larger political calculus of America?
So being born and raised in America, Diwali was one of those times where we could really celebrate our Indian heritage. And now that I have 2 kids, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, my wife, Krishna, goes to my son's school every year, and she teaches the kids about the importance of Diwali. And this year what she did was she brought a decorative rangoli making crafts, arts and crafts, and she had the kids get involved into it. And so what we see is that as times change, as people, as we progress through the years, that the American community is very open and very accepting to learning more about the Indian culture. And I think that's really made a positive impact on us being able to outwardly celebrate Diwali in a very joyous and festive way, especially passing it down to our kids.
Absolutely. And let me also ask you, sir, the fact that Indian American community is now being very actively viewed and wooed by both, all political parties right now. Donald Trump has also tweeted, in fact, particularly ahead of his Diwali greeting. He said, he also mentioned Hindus from Bangladesh. How do you read? That's a very important statement that he's actually made ahead of a very important election.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in terms of just political aspect, in terms of Diwali, in terms of Hinduism, I think we take away all the good, positive energy that comes out of this. Also in the political world, they have a way of expressing how they feel about not just Hinduism, just in general about each statement that happens with Diwali. So, as you mentioned, he tweeted this morning, and I think a lot of other political members do tweet as well. So we feel embraced that they're able to do that for us, and that's very emotional, right? Because this Diwali is not just any holiday, it's one of the biggest holidays for the Hindu festivals and for our community. So we're very honored, we're very thankful that anyone that, tweets about us, anyone that says any positive, we love to hear that, and that's great positive vibes for the whole world and the culture itself.
Absolutely. And one question I want to ask is that many community leaders from the Indian American community have said that when it comes to voting percentages, the Indian American community lags behind several other ethnic communities, and that is something that I felt was disappointing, given the fact that I would say this community punches way above its weight. So, in terms of voting awareness, is that something as a member of the Indian American community you feel that there's not enough awareness in terms of exercising the right and also fulfilling the duty?
I feel that, as Hindus and as Indian Americans living in New Jersey, one of the aspects that we truly believe in is Sarva Jiva Hitavaha, meaning that we truly believe in the good of others. And when it comes to being a citizen of the United States, we do enforce and we do believe that everyone should vote. It is our civic duty. And tying it back to Diwali itself, Diwali is a festival of the lights, which means that, we believe that, light always progresses over darkness. So when we light that diya, we're also saying that we have that light within ourselves and we bring that to the world, and that's the role that we play. And one of that aspects is to vote.
How beautifully put you have. Thank you so much for that. Very, very eloquently you've explained and put this all together. There's a young voter. Are you old enough to vote? Not as yet.
Not yet.
Okay. So, because I was going to ask that what are young voters thinking, but you're yet to vote. And let me just put this. What about you? Are you old enough to vote?
No, I'm not. Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Well, Gauriji, let me add this.
Yes.
That, you had explained that, maybe the Indian community is not so active where it seems that way. Well, I can tell you from personal experience, I'm a registered poll worker who helps people to gain access to vote, encourages them. In the last election, this election, and both sides of the aisles work to do that. And it's astonishing, to see other Indians as well at the poll stations as well. So this is kind of like a grassroots explanation that not only are we a presence in America, we're also part of the fabric, and we're involved in our own individual ways for that right to vote.
The last word should be the lady's word. Let me ask you this, that it's a contest that's probably too tight to call, and that's not what I'm going to ask you. The fact that there are two sides of a political viewpoint. Many feel that there is now a shift within the Indian American community in terms of which of the two parties represent them better. It used to be Democrats. Again, I'm just going by numbers, but the sense one gets by reading a lot of surveys is that the Republican Party is now finding a lot of acceptance amongst the Indian American community. How do you, or what would you attribute the change of the trend to? Anything specific?
I don't feel I have enough political insight to truly do justice to that question.
No, I'm just asking as a member of the community.
Yeah. I think on a broader scale, I would say, looking at the lens that I come with as a project manager, right? It's always when a team works together with differences in their viewpoints, differences in their backgrounds, and comes to the table to actually find the best solution, that's when success happens. That's when progress is made. And I feel like right now it is unfortunate that we see a lot of divisiveness, but it's a prayer that we pray here today on Diwali, on the auspicious occasion of the Hindu New Year that's about to commence, that whatever the final outcome is, it goes in the direction that does good for all, because it's not just about benefiting the Indian American community or a certain faction of society, but it's about benefiting and doing good for everyone at large. And that's the spirit, that's the sentiment of Hinduism, right? Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that we hold very close to our hearts. And we really hope that no matter what the outcome is, it serves individuals in the best way.
Thank you so much, and thank you all of you for essentially putting what many say has been at the core of the success of the Indian Americans here, which is they blend in, they want to contribute to America, even as they, of course, ensure that their roots, their culture, their views remain where they were. In New Jersey, for NDTV 24/7, this is Gauri Dwivedi.